Yo, can you hear me? What's up, friends? Welcome. Welcome to Hidden Secrets Revealed live pre-Thanksgiving episode. Today on Hidden Secrets Revealed live, how to disarm your far right or far left family this Thanksgiving. Let's talk about it today. Here we are, the day before Thanksgiving. As I'm recording this live, this is going out live on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook currently. Hidden Secrets Revealed Live is a production of Safe New Media. Who this is for: self-actualizers making the most of their lives. This micro podcast live stream is not for you if you take yourself too seriously. Listen to my new single. The current one I have out now is called In the Secret Place. More about the music, the end of today's show, but I have some update about the next single that is coming out for Hanukkah and Christmas. More about that later. There's a link to follow me on Spotify. And I appreciate you guys watching. Also, join our inner circle on Telegram. I like Telegram because I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, and it's not difficult. It's easy. So there is a Telegram channel for Safe New Media. That is our inner circle. You're invited to join that. Subscribe. You're watching Hidden Secrets Revealed live. If you are a seeker, let me be your guide to discover divine truth for yourself. Let me help you increase the quality and effectiveness of your life by revealing to you the hidden secrets of the universe. Hidden Secrets Revealed Live is a production of Safe New Media, unconventional, diversified, global digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, yours truly. I don't know what you've heard, but it is not a cult. There's rumors. Lots of people are talking. Lots of people. Lots of people are talking. It's not a cult. Today on HSRL, it's about to get awkward. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and my family is far right Republican, but that's not what I'm bracing myself for. One family member is the epitome of Karen, the meme. She needs to complain to the manager of her very existence. If you have a similar situation, here's how to disarm them before someone loses it at the dinner table. Here's what you do. Now, don't take my word for it. I have to give credit to the author of this book, Never Split the Difference, by Chris Voss. Negotiating as if your life depended on it. This is one of my favorite books. I can't recommend it enough. This is from a former FBI hostage negotiator. As an FBI hostage negotiator, Voss disarmed dangerous terrorists and has saved many lives. His methods of tactical empathy transmute into mental judo against opponents, from life-threatening hostage negotiations to salary negotiations and high stakes deal making, tactical empathy is paying attention to what the other person is feeling, making an effort to understand them, the ability to recognize the perspective of a counterpart, the vocalization of that recognition. In other words, making a commitment to understanding the other person's world. Empathy is not sympathy. Now, this is an important point. Uh, Tactical empathy means making a commitment to understand the other person, but it doesn't mean sympathizing with them, right? So you don't have to agree with the other person. That is, you don't have to have the same viewpoint, but there is a tactic I learned that comes from improv. By the way, if you're watching for the first time, my name is Sean Allen Fenn. I do this live stream for fun. I do it every day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, live. Are we friends on Twitter? Come on, guys, let's be friends on Twitter. We have to be friends on Twitter. It's required. I appreciate you guys. Smash that subscribe button, pummel that subscribe button into submission, and leave a comment. If your comment is making fun of me, that's okay. Just make it funny. Share this with somebody. So I sort of enjoy doing improv, and there's a exercise that comes from improv that is called yes and. Have you heard of this? Yes and. Here's how it goes. Whatever your counterpart says against you, you play with it. No matter what horrible things they say against you, the answer back with a form of yes and. Sounds easy, but it's a challenge. They can call you the worst names, and they could say you're a dirty yellow-bellied pillow fluffer, and you say yes, and I fluff those pillows very good, don't I? That's kind of the gist of yes and. Another variation on that tactic comes from high ticket sales. Now, I got this from a guy named Grant Cardone, who I used to follow. But I learned there's a controversial person, but there's one thing that I learned that I took away from that I got from him is always agree, which sounds like a contradiction to what I said just earlier, that you don't have to agree. But empathy, tactical empathy, is this: it's not sympathy. So always agree is this: it disarms a hater if you say you agree with them. They can say whatever they want and say, "Yep, I agree 100%." And it's similar to you stand, but go ahead and do it anyway. I agree with you. This is not. You're not going to like this, but go ahead and do it anyway. So that may or may not work with family members. But what does work is, you have to adapt this to your style. And here's something else: the accusation audit. Okay, it's similar along the same lines. The accusation audit. So when someone calls you a yellow-bellied pillow fluffer, you say yes, and I fluff those pillows very good, right? Because I know you think I'm a yellow-bellied pillow fluffer. So this is why we should talk this out. This is why we should sort out our differences. Okay, for example, you say everything first that a person could say that's negative about you, right? That's the accusation audit. For example, a really good example is in the movie 8 Mile. Did you see the movie 8 Mile with that starring Eminem, right? One sec. The movie 8 Mile, there's a scene where his character, Eminem's character, is in a rap battle. It's the best scene in the movie. He's in a rap battle. In this scene, he does an accusation audit. Okay, that is, he takes the accusations out of his opponent's mouth. So before they could accuse him of being white trash, he says it himself, right? You've seen that scene? I can't play it here, it'll get taken down. But look for it on YouTube if you haven't seen it. It's perfect. The accusation audit. You have to disarm the person by, you have to be honest with yourself. Everything bad that they could say about you, you say it first. I know you think, that I know you think I'm an asshole, but this is why we should sort this out between us, okay? We're family. We need to sort this out. The first thing that's going to happen is your amygdala, your fight or flight mechanism. The other person's fight or flight mechanism is going to go off. Okay, I'm ready for it right now because this family member that's in my family, her fight or flight mechanism always goes off, and she always wants to avoid the situation and leave. And we do that out of fear, right? That's just our natural lizard brain that's doing its thing to protect us. It's doing its thing to protect us. But you have to be aware of this. The number one thing to remember is never compromise. Never compromise. I don't care how tempting it is. Like in this book, Never Split the Difference, Chris Voss uses the example of a guy who wants to wear black shoes and his wife wants him to wear brown shoes. So they compromise. So he wears one black shoe on one foot and one brown shoe on his other foot. That's what compromise is. It's ridiculous. Okay, we compromise to be safe out of fear, out of pain, but it doesn't solve the problem. Instead, both sides don't get what they want. And we end up looking ridiculous. Okay, the other tactic here this is a method of tactical empathy. Okay, this is how you disarm people. And this one is magic. What I'm about to tell you is a magic trick. It's amazing. These are all Jedi mind tricks, but in the best way possible. I used to have this roommate that I lived with. Love her to death. But there were times when we just did not understand each other, and she just would not shut up. So to get her to shut up, I said, "That's right." No, sorry. Scratch this. This is important. This is very important. Back up a minute. I said, "You're right. You're right." What's the difference? When you say you're right, that is the equivalent of saying F you to somebody, F off. You're right. Because what happens when you tell someone you're right? They shut up and they go away and they're happy. And that's exactly what you want. Okay. So you might want to use this at Thanksgiving around the dinner table. If just it's not worth, hashing it out with someone, say you're right and just move on. But it's better if you can get a that's right. Get the other person to say, "That's right." Some form of "that's right." Again, this is a great book, Never Split the Difference. This is where I get this from Chris Voss. Um, get a "that's right," because here's what it means when someone says, "That's right." It's they could also say, "You've nailed it on the head," or it means you understand them, like, you got it. You got it. That's right. If someone says, "That's right," you got it. You understand them, and they they recognize that you understand them, and that's what we want at the end of the day, right? So, it's very uncomfortable to do this, but you have to start with no. Um, that's a starting point because no, think about it, that's how you protect yourself. Anytime you say no, it's a way to protect yourself, right? And then you can move on, like, you feel safe. So, I'm gonna wrap this up in a couple minutes. Um, but before I do, I'm gonna tell you the four-step process to disarming your r either right wing, or radical right or radical left, or otherwise difficult family member. Maybe you're the difficult family member. In fact, that's my opinion is it's probably you, but, not always. But you have to take responsibility for the situation. Um, so, before I get to the 4 steps, um, I I just have a couple more points. Um, the the method is called labeling, and this has to do with emotions. This has to do with there's a scientist named Kahneman. I'm sorry if I forget his first name. I think it's David Kahneman, um, who won a Nobel Prize for for this for discovering this. Um, but emotions are a way of thinking. In other words, you can't separate emotions from logic. I would like to, but emotions are how we think. Okay, we're we're irrational people. We're irrational humans, and we make decisions based on emotion most of the time. So the trick is to label the emotions. This is called emotional anchoring. Okay, the emotions aren't the obstacles; they're the means. Okay, so your emotions are actually as irrational as they can be. They're how people make decisions, okay? And you have to acknowledge that. So what you wanna shoot for is discovering what in that what in that person's experience got them to think the way they do. And you're shooting for discovery here. You want to discover something called the black swan, and this comes from Nassim Nicholas Taleb. The black swan is the hidden thing that is really causing the problem. It's like the 9/11 of the situation, the unexpected thing that you have to dig for that's not obvious, that you can't predict. Okay, you wanna discover what that is, and the way to do that is to use what Chris Voss in Never Split the Difference says, the late night FM DJ voice, the late night FM DJ voice. So your tonality communicates more than your words. So you use your late night FM DJ voice. It also helps to smile and here's the 4-step process. I'm just going to get to it because I have to wrap it up. Okay, first you want to anchor the emotion by using terms like, instead of saying I'm hearing that you feel this way, you say, it seems like, and then you label whatever comes to mind that you think they're experiencing, or it sounds like, it looks like such and such. Okay. And then the next thing is you mirror what they say. The last 3 words that they say are the most critical words that they say. The last 3 critical words you say, you mirror back to them. Is you repeat back their words in the late night FM DJ voice. Okay. And then you label whatever it is. You can even be wrong, and that's okay because people will correct you. Okay, so you label, or you say, you must feel like I've really wronged you, and they might reply, no, it's my fault, or they might say, yes, you have. Okay, but once you label whatever it is, you just be silent and let them until they start talking. Okay, at the end of the day, remember, you're dealing with the person who wants to be appreciated and understood. So, in conclusion, I hope this helps somebody. It's there's I can't solve all the problems over one live stream, but here's the big takeaway is you need to actually like confront people and not let them get away with murder. But the way you do it comes from a place of really understanding where their perspective, where they're coming from. That's my show for today. I appreciate you guys. Happy Thanksgiving if you're celebrating Thanksgiving. Okay, so lastly, I'm going to end with some details about my new release that I have coming out. So here it is. The new song, I'm going to play 7 seconds of it, and it's the only holiday song. I know it's the only Hanukkah song that will be out as a digital collectible. It drops on Spotify on the 16th of December. Okay, but before that, it's going to drop during Hanukkah, and it will be very affordable. I'm also offering, the price will start off low, and then it'll get higher as people start buying. But I'm also going to offer a money-back guarantee. If you totally hate my music, you buy it and you hate it, but if you're on the pre-sale list, if you're on the allow list, then I'll give you your money back. If you hate the song, I'll give you a full refund, no questions asked. But you have to be on the list. So the details are at safenewmedia.com/singles. And you can also ask me any questions in the Telegram. So you can join us on Telegram. And so Telegram, the Safe New Media Telegram, there will be a Discord for those who participate in who get the single. But all the details are there at safenewmedia.com/singles. I'm going to leave you with that, and I appreciate you guys very much. Okay, this is it. I'm going to play 7 seconds of the new song. It's called Diamond in My Pocket. Appreciate you guys. I have spoken.
months.